We are back, you beautiful so-and-sos. We're gonna get the ball rolling. I was just streaming. There's a whole debacle with not being able to find the mall dungeon and all that. But what we're gonna do now, I mean, we pretty much wrapped up ROM. So we got all the major events, all the bosses. And I had to re-roll adventure mode 20 times to get both mall and wood in the same roll, but that's alright. We got the mods that you get from that. We got we got plenty of jerky. It'll last us for a little while. So we're going to throw our trusty mods back on. Hotshot, Hunter's Mark, just S tier mods. I keep them on most of the time. Yeah, let's just jump in. Let's just go straight in. Oh, one sec. I did find another simulacrum, so I'm gonna keep getting those hearts up. Let's go grab ourselves. Let's treat ourselves to another charge here. Alright. There we go. Oh, okay. Got some coffee here. It's a dark roast. It's a little strong, if I'm being honest. I like coffee. I'll drink it in the evenings. Try to drink a dark roast, has less caffeine in it. It's the light roast that'll really get you. Okay, well, we gotta back out of adventure mode here. Back into the campaign, and we're over here. Corsus. Now, when we left off in the campaign, we had just spoke with the Undying King. I need to double check and make sure that that video that I just did is a video. Did it? Okay, so that's perfect. Got a little editing to do later, so alrighty. So this is Corsus. It's a awful swamp. There's some dog type enemies. They will run at you. They will go under the ground. They'll dig themselves under the ground, and they'll rush you, pop up, and hit you. The little yellow and black guys, they hit way harder than you think they will. The other thing with those guys is you'll hit them and they'll drop, but they may not die. They may just take their legs out from under them, and they'll crawl over to you, and they can grab you, they can hit you. In these open areas, it's not too bad. Now I really got to keep my eyes peeled in here because there's a lot of stuff to be seen in Corsus. So he's underground now. You'll kind of see him pop up. Well, I missed it. The animation. Okay. We're going to do a little running around in here. See what we can find. Out by here. Alright, so this is the first of the elites you'll see in this area. He kind of has the same move set as the Berserker in ROM, except he has an interesting mechanic. You're going to knock him down, and shoot him in the head a couple times. Go ahead and take him out. This map is pretty spread out. We got this guy crawling. You see him pop up there. You'll see him. He'll like pop his head out of the ground before he actually springs out. They're not too bad to deal with. On harder difficulties, they can really slap the piss out of you, but we're just playing on hard. Alright, let's see what we got over here. Oh, got a blue. I have not checked my traits in a little while, and considering that we're right at the halfway point of the base game, there's a guy underground there. I should probably go ahead and top off my... Oh, well, we got a purple. Blood font, we'll take a look at that. Alright, increases health regeneration by 0.334 per second. Increases all healing effectiveness by 15%. Alright. Let's go up here first. I'd like to get to the halfway point in Corsus tonight. Having to go back and re-roll adventure mode for... Okay, well, this is just... So, I guess I can explain this. So, this is a key. This would be the natural entrance to Corsus. If you were to go to Corsus from the Labyrinth, when we were in the Labyrinth and I was saying over the left is Corsus, we can't get in there right now. Now you can get that key from the Undying King the first time you meet him if you want to fight him. And he's happy to do it. When you kill him, you'll get the Ruin Rifle, and you'll get that key, and that's how you'll get into Corsus. If you agree to his request, then he will be nice enough to pop open a portal to Corsus. Now, the reason we did it that way is because, for one, the Undying King, when we're at, what are we at? Level 5. When we're at level 5, the Undying King, I believe, he's fixed on Rivendell. His level is fixed at like 14, I believe. So he's not gonna jack around with you. He's not. It's especially if you're new to Remnant. That can be a tough fight and get overwhelming. He's got a lot of ads, lurkers. It'll come out. He hits pretty hard. So, what I suggest doing is just telling him, now, it depends on what you want. If you agree to do it, and you bring him the heart, come on, man. Alright, we're kind of at an intersection here. You always want to be careful when you're at a map intersection, because you'll get... Alright, those guys, when you shoot the little grub off their head, you need to kill it or they'll just stand right back up. And they will summon and another one. They'll summon those guys like he just did right there. So you want to kill those things. And they're an elite, so they'll drop Luminite Crystal. Where are we going? Getting sidetracked here. This game's bad about that. Let's see what's over here. You're moving around here. Yeah, so you got the big, the guy we saw a few minutes ago. He's got the Berserker move set. Okay, that should be the Unclean One. Oh, he kind of held it there. We don't want to do that just yet, so we're just seeing what we got here. Just never ending. Oh my god. Dude. Let's run over here. He's way out there. see what's in this corner. But yeah, so one of the other reasons I did that is because for my playthrough, just based on what I'm using. Oh, I honestly, I had hoped that that this nice deck would have, this huge deck would have stopped him from just coming out of the ground like that. The Unclean One, or the Undying King, he's going to ask you for, where's this grub? He's going to ask you for the heart of the Guardian. And the Iskal Queen is going to ask you for the heart of the Guardian. If you give it to him, he's going to give you the ribbon. It's a melee weapon. It's a good melee weapon. But, sorry, I'm trying to concentrate here and not get murked. But if you give it to the Iskal Queen, if you give the heart to the Iskal Queen, she is going to give you the Slayer armor set and the crossbow. Now, oh my god. The Slayer armor set. Can I have 2 seconds, guys? Just 2 seconds. I'll be right with you. Oh my god. This area can just be this way. Oh no. Come on. Come back here. Come back here, little guy. No. Too late. Can I aim? Can I eat? Can I live? I'm totally out of ammo here. Anybody else? For Christ's sake. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, you're going to get a crossbow from her. And you're going to get the Slayer's armor set. Slayer's armor set, and there's nothing over here. The Slayer's armor set is a interesting set. Unlike Remnant 2, and we got another simulacrum. Hot dog. That's some pretty good luck, Jack. The Slayer's armor set is a great armor set for the weapons that I'm using. It gives you basically a damage buff for every shot for every hit after a reload, which for us is every single shot. So it's a very good armor set. It also has an alternate skin on it. I really like it. It's one of those sets, if I get it in survival, it's pretty much staying on until I start running through levels and use some like Letos or something like that. Alright, so that's this area. So up there at the top, we've got, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I'm often wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the Unclean One. He's a big, nasty dude, and he's got a hammer. And if he hits you with that hammer, he will give you a mouthful of teeth. And there's 2 ways to do that fight. I don't know if we'll, maybe just for the sake of completeness, I'll go in. Oh no, this looks the exact same. So I'm not sure what that other one is. I'm not sure what either one of these are now. But like I said earlier, it doesn't matter because we're going to do them all anyway. So, you know, a little bit of the old surprise. So I'm like totally out of ammo. Well, let's see what we got here. The dungeons here usually like go down into a kind of a bunker. there's a handful of bosses in the base game in Corsus, and then Corsus has a DLC that adds some more bosses. Some pretty decent ones. Okay, so this is, gosh darn it. So that's the Unclean One. I wanted to do the standard dungeon first before we did that. I'm trying to have some sort of plan here. Yeah, it might have been better just to. It's not that far. Let's just make a run for it. I'm trying to do them in some kind of order. I'm really trying to make this as close to a full walkthrough as I can. But I'm new at this, and I don't know what I'm doing. So there's that. But I am trying. Just getting into this this whole streaming YouTube thing. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. One reason I wanted to do this game is because I love this game. Did not think I was going to like it at all. It really just, I saw it for a while. And then around 2021, I had just played through Bloodborne for like the 10th time. I had played Death Stranding, and I was looking for something new, and I was like, you know what? I played the Surge. Surge is a great game. That was another game that just the cover of it. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Well, there's a solution to this problem. There we go. When you go through a door, I haven't mentioned this, and it's not that important, but if you hit a crystal and you die, you'll go back to that crystal. But and this is kind of annoying sometimes, if you're at a crystal and then you go through the door and then you die, it's going to take you back to the door, the last door you went through. I'm thinking maybe we do this. I'd like to show this, but I want to show both fights. I'm not going to use either one of these weapons, so it's not that critical. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Just for completion purposes. I'm going to go in, I'm going to show you the way to do this fight that most people aren't aware of. I mean, if you play Remnant, then you probably know more than I do about this game. And that's okay. I mean, if you're anything like me, I've seen, I don't know, it's a game I love. I've seen probably 100 hours of just straight Bloodborne content. I've seen 2 walkthroughs. And if someone was to release a walkthrough of Bloodborne tomorrow, you bet your ass I'd watch it. Because I just love the game. But yeah, if you want to be quiet, sneak down here. Now you can just walk up to him, shoot him in the ass if you want, and he'll come after you. Now if you come down here to his little underground, torture dungeon, there are these pots. Now I'm going to die. I want to do both fights. I'll show you both of them. So we're gonna do this so I can show you it. You get in this pot here. And now he's down here just sharpening his axe. And you can just kind of chill here and watch him. And then you'd be like, surprise! You need to lay into him. You do not want to get hit with that. Now, the trick in this fight, because see, when you fight him upstairs, he's going to have a bunch of those little ad guys. Now, when he does that, that ground pound that he just did there, it can one-shot you. It does so much damage. So many... I mean, it's very easy to die just to that one thing. And if you get hit with the first one, don't think you're going to heal, because you're probably not going to heal. The second one comes too quick. Now he's going to do this whole thing right here. We're going to die anyway here. And we'll do the regular fight as well. But I just wanted to show that, because it's a pretty neat little Easter egg. I remember the first time I was playing with somebody, they snuck down there. I was like, what are they doing? Alright. Okay. Let's, well, we haven't picked up any of the, so there's a specific consumable that you get for this area. You can get the corrosive status effect in this area, and it basically reduces your armor effectiveness. Alright, let's try not to die in here. Again, you cannot skip boss cutscenes. I wouldn't be skipping them out anyway, but even in survival, you gotta watch them. Now, you can hit, the option button and be flipping through your menu while you do this, but you gotta do it right before the cutscene starts, or it won't let you do it. Alright. His weak spot is them cheeks right there. You want to get them cheeks if you can. Now he's going to start breaking pots. That comes out quicker than you think it's going to. Again, don't want to get hit with that. Alright, here he goes. You can just kind of run around. But he is going to open up a bunch of those pots. Out of ammo. Not wise. And that's that. Alrighty. Now we got the Unclean Heart. And we will go back and we will use the Unclean Heart to get us an item. Really hated Corsus first time through it. It really has grown on me. It's a pretty fun area. There's some really fun enemies to fight. We haven't seen. This is like the equivalent of a Corsus knight. If you hear someone yelling about the Queen, you want to perk up a little bit, figure out where it's coming from, because that guy can definitely slap you around a little bit. It looks like somebody would. It's like he's got a cage on his head like Mikolash, or like the Collector in Darkest Dungeon. Kind of reminds me of the Collector in Darkest Dungeon. His head is in a bag hanging over his shoulder. That's his weak spot. Let's run back to Ward 13 for a second. We'll grab this item. It should be I think it's called the Devastator. It's a crossbow. It's like a multi-shot crossbow. If you want his melee weapon, you gotta beat him downstairs. But again, we're not going that deep into this. I'm not gonna go through the game twice and get all the alternate weapons, but I will tell you about them and how to get them. Alright. There we go. Yep, Devastator. It's a really good weapon. A lot of people have used this weapon over the years. Let's go. I'll go swap to it. Let's see. I don't think Reggie. No, I don't think he starts selling the. the biome-specific item until you pick one up. I don't think it's just like when you go into the air now. No, we need to find one. Devastator is a long gun. And it's another one-shot weapon, so if you... It does a lot of damage. It's got kind of a big javelin you can shoot with it. And, you know, so similar to, you know, if you have your... Again, I have 26 trait points right now. I should probably use them. You know, if you're gearing around, you know, one-shot, sniper, hunting pistol, spore bloom, crossbow, then this weapon will you know, fit right into your game plan. We'll go ahead and max this out. What else? What else? Go recovery, that's stamina regen. Bring spirit up to 5. This just charges your mods. It just gives you some boost there. Like I said, this character I'm doing one playthrough. If again, with Elder Knowledge is a great trait. If you're going to be playing through the game multiple times and you're going to be running a bunch of adventure mode, definitely max this out. You will you'll gain XP faster. Single playthrough, I don't think the math works out in your favor. I think you're better off just using those 20 points elsewhere. Let's see, status duration. We'll put two more in here. Spread and recoil is great. If you're using shotgun, if you're using the coach gun, or even the spore bloom, or you know the regular shotgun, tightening the spread is a huge help. Let's bring Exploiter up. We'll hang on to the rest of what we got. Let's see. Let me make sure. I'm trying to go over all the weapons. Oh, we didn't even... So, forgot to go over the beam rifle. So we got the beam rifle from the Lost Gantry. It's an event in ROM. It's one where we went in and we hit a button and we went up in the corner and we just got bombarded by a bunch of assholes. But the beam rifle, a lot of people used it for a while there. I'm really not in the meta. I have no idea what people think of the beam rifle at the moment. But it is it's a unique weapon, and you can put whatever mod you want on it. You know, like whereas the Devastator, you're stuck with this mod skewer. Same with the spore bloom. You're stuck with spore shot. Particle accelerator, same deal. So it's one of the only weapons that looks kind of like a boss weapon that you can put whatever you want on it. So. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to decide now if I'm going to keep going. Alright. Let's go to the last checkpoint. And I've been trying to determine my buddy Retro. I want to do some co-op in this walkthrough because, co-op, wrong weapon. Co-op is a big part of this game. And so I'd like to add some. So this unit here is an elite. There's a couple versions of this unit. That one, they all have a melee attack they can hit you with. That one in particular has like a acidic spit that it'll do. These guys are really annoying because you basically have to kill them twice. They transform. There's a bunch of these little huts. Some of them are worth going up, some of them aren't. I'll go up this one. I'm trying to let this... Where is he? Yeah, so there's a bunch of these dudes up here. I did not mean to hit. These guys have a very satisfying headshot sound if you can get it. Come on, buddy. Get all them goodies. But the beetle-looking creature, aside from those attacks, it has a scream that it'll do that can lock you in place, and so you definitely want to watch out. You don't want to, if you're far enough away, it won't affect you. But all right. I heard a dog bark, I think. That's the spit. Come on. There he is. Okay, this is the Queen guy. I'll try and let him do his little moveset here. Well, that's... I was gonna say, that's delayed. He's got that kind of like knock the hell out of you upward thrust move he does. If you see on his back, there's a bag. It's pretty hard to hit. I don't know where he's going right now. Oh, he's going to get his... Well, cannot aim. Let's just go ahead and kill him before we die over here. But yeah, that's pretty... He's fairly tough. He can definitely, especially in the underground dungeon where you don't have a... There's a lot of stuff to trip on, a lot of like uneven terrain. He can definitely come in there and just slap the taste right out of your mouth. Where's that coming from? Oh, it's another one. I'm just far enough away where that scream is not locking me in place. I'm telling you, earlier I was trying to roll Maul and Wood. Burn to the Devoted. Let's take a look at this. Alright, all damage dealt by wearer is reduced by 15%. 50% of self-healing applies to allies. May not use it here, but again, a lot of stuff that's not great in the campaign. It's great in survival. Or if you're playing through the whole game co-op. What do we got here? It's a pretty linear map so far. Alright, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and hit We'll go ahead and talk to the queen. She's right over there. Give me just a second here. Alright. Finish up my coffee. I gotta stay on top of coffee, because I cannot drink it once it gets lukewarm. Alright. The map. So like in a lot of the areas, you got a shortcut door here. It really... I can't... You're never going to go through. It's not of much use in any biome. All right. Now, you can kill these beetles, but I mean, if you want to be dickheaded about it, you can do that.
You are not of this place. Tell us, where do you? A wide
Place called Earth.
Strong too, by your looks. The Iskal welcomes you, outsider. Both your presence and your strength, should the latter be available.
Tell her we're happy to help.
To hear it. Our world, Corsus, harbors a beast of great power. I don't
tell her that
outsider.
Someone else wants the heart.
Can any offer what we will give you? The Iskal is lush and wealthy. None can match our price. We knew our eyes.
Alright. I'm going to tell her that we're going to get the heart now.
Greetings again. We are elated.
Some people miss this, but she has a shop. One of the things she sells is Divine Nectar. This is one of the better 1 hour buffs in the game. I'll see if I can get... We'll get 5 of them. And then we're going to grab a handful of the green leaf. And we're broke.
We will be watching.
I'm telling you, in Remnant, scrap is it's a grind sometimes. When Remnant 2 came out, people were just tearing their robes over that shit. Just, I'm not getting any scrap. I don't have enough scrap. Where's the scrap? And they finally made an adjustment. Which is why I really think they should have made the scavenger bauble, maybe not a guaranteed item, but having it be a random drop item is a bit of a drag. We did not sit at the crystal. We're going to do that real quick. Let's see what else is in here. Let me go ahead and do the pass-through dungeon before I sign off. And if you're watching this, I appreciate it. Just getting into this. There's a lot of games I want to do. Starting with Remnant because it's one of my favorites and I know the game well. Well enough anyway. But I'm really looking forward to starting my first ever playthrough of Dark Souls 2. That's going to be a lot of fun. So if you can find your way by for that, there might be some calamity. I got a trait book over here. Grab that. I hear. What am I hearing? Oh, it's right there. Headshots do great damage on those beetles, or whatever they are. Alright. Got a chest up here. And again, you know, chests in the base game, they're always going to be, you know, scrap, maybe some iron. You might get a little bit of little consumable, something like that. You might get an ammo box. In survival, chests have a whole different feel because they have things in them like traits and, you know, weapons, armor, rings, amulets. Thanks for the follow, Retro. I appreciate it. What dungeon is this? Let's see what we got here. The Drowned Trench. Yeah. No, I'm totally down to run some Fallen. In fact, I'm basically gonna run through this dungeon, kill this boss, and then take a quick 5. And I'm absolutely down. There's a whole mess of stuff in here, so we just got the scavenger trait. Oh, I appreciate that, Retro. Retro is a good friend of mine. We're going to be doing a bunch of Remnant content together. There's a huge community around Remnant, and there's some just absolutely fantastic people. Retro is one of them in that community, and so if you're really got to watch out for these guys because they're similar to the dogs that you run into out in the open areas, where they can knock you down, and you don't want to be on the ground in here. This place can get real hairy. Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely down for some Bloodborne, man. I haven't played in a while either. I normally, you know, if nothing else, I'll play Bloodborne right around Halloween every year, and I didn't get a chance to this year. All right, we got the Queen guy. Want to keep an eye on that guy. And if you come around a corner and you hear that, you just want to keep running, get away from it, so that you don't get stunned by that scream, and then one of those guys come up behind you and do you dirty. Alright. And again, this is another great example of why the map in Remnant 1 can be very frustrating. Because I'm up here, and it just kind of, what is that? I don't know what that is. It doesn't do me any good. See. What do we got? Butcher's Fetish. Very good amulet. We'll take a look at it if I don't get murked in the process. Here we go. Gain 15% crit chance and 25% crit damage for 10 seconds after striking an enemy with a charged melee attack. People that use a lot of melee really like that amulet. If you shoot this beetle in time, you can avoid that. Who is this? Who shot me? Alright, come on, bud. Oh. I try to save Hunter's Mark in here for those guys. Yeah, see. Really want to avoid that. Alright, we're getting through it. 2 beetles over there. Oh, we got a big boy. See if I can stagger him. An enemy corpse can block your shots. This is something to keep in mind. Alright. There sometimes can be a chest up here, but not today. There's another beetle around here. And survival, you definitely want to kill all these, because in survival, elites like that will drop traits. So you definitely want to kill them. Oh yeah, Retro's told me to remind everyone about the stamina regen trick. I will show it again here in just a second. Yep, there they come. Again, fastest way to regen your stamina is to you slide into a slide into an aim just like that, and it will come back very quickly for you. That's why I've been in Retro. I've been using Deceiver's Band for the past couple areas, just because. Now this guy has like a corrosive effect that he does. If he gets close to you, you just want to watch out for that. Because it can put a status effect on you. You get corroded, and your armor's not doing anything for you, and it can just get ugly. Very ugly. Alright, should be getting close to the end of this dungeon. This little tile set here, we got the 2 stairs. You can sometimes get 2 chests right here. Not today, because one of them would have been right there. The other one would be over here. We got 1 and 2. Moving on through here. Alright. Then we get some more Luminite. I hear something clomping around. That's these guys. I'm pretty sure when they spawn, they always spawn at the very end of the dungeon and work their way towards you. But this is the end of the dungeon here. Now, we're going to go in here. We're going to fight a boss. And then I'm going to sign off. And I may, in Retro, I may stream some, if you want to do some Lords of the Fallen. I may stream it. So we got Canker here. I'll go ahead and hit this. I'm not going to change up much. Canker is kind of a silly boss. I mean, we'll put this on. Hey, we got a few of them. It's never a bad idea to to take a, especially in the base game. It's so easy to get the consumables. Never a bad idea to take a consumable for whatever area you're in. So, like, I'm using this armor. The Drifter's armor set has terrible corrosion resistance. So you can see, it was negative 3.5, and now I'm at 26.5. I mean, you really can't go wrong there. It's good to have. Hunter's Mark's good. Is a good mod to have in here because there's going to be the guys that come out of the ground, and then you'll occasionally get a dog, and he'll come up and knock you down. And if he does it right before the boss does his DPS check, you can end up dead in here. If you're not doing enough damage to this boss, he's just going to run around the room like one of the Three Stooges. But at some point, he's going to walk over to you if you're not doing enough damage. And he's got a up-close and personal melee attack that he can do. He will occasionally spawn two of those guys. I'll pop that. Just want to kill these guys. The boss killed the other one for us, which was nice of him. Get the burn back on him. Now, he didn't die. It's important to look at that. Now, he does this tidal wave thing. You can kind of step out of the way. There's some... I'm only assuming they're turds that are in that tidal wave, and if they hit you, they can do some damage. Alright. I'll just keep him burning. This is DPS check he's running over here to do. And if you don't do enough damage to him right there, he'll come over here and start pounding the ground on you. This boss arena can glitch. Until you start seeing the rewards come up, these little pustules out here are live, so just keep that in mind. You don't want to run in there in survival before it's finished and run into one of those. Yeah, Retro's saying Hunter's Halo, which we did pick up. We have it, so I'll show it. Hunter's Halo is a great ring to wear in here. If you've got a weapon that has, if you've upgraded a weapon that doesn't have quite the range, the sniper rifle is not really a big deal, but if you're using something with less range, definitely throw that on, and you'll do a lot more damage while he's over on the other side of the ring. You don't have to chase him around. You can kind of stay there at the door. Alright. Now we're going to exit here. And this should put us on the other side of that shortcut door that was right next to the Queen. Now, this will be our first episode for Corsus, and I think we're going to stop here because this should be. We'll have some more bosses and events in here, but we're coming up on a boss that is one of the harder bosses in the game, and that's Iskal. All right, so let's run over here. We can go ahead and open up this shortcut. Iskal is it's a fun boss to fight. Should be right over here. We're gonna open this shortcut and hit this crystal, and then we're gonna call it. But Iskal is a fun boss fight. It can be a very difficult boss fight. It's the kind of boss fight that if you've only done it twice and you're thinking about a hardcore run, I would definitely maybe make yourself a save point before that boss and fight that boss 20 times, because things can get real hairy in there. But we're going to call it here, and I've got some editing to do to join that last bit of ROM with the other adventure mode video. But if you've been watching this, I really appreciate it. I'm just now getting into this, and I'm trying to do this with as much of the the bosses, the events, and the items that I can get in it. And it's tough to do with this game. There's a lot in this game, but I've got some more content that I'm going to be making with Retro and some more specific stuff. So hopefully, over time, for posterity's sake, if you want a good bit of info on the game, this will be one place you can go to get it. So, okay, yeah, that's it. So I'll be back probably tomorrow night. If you're watching this on YouTube, that doesn't matter, but I'm also streaming it on Twitch, and if you want to stop by on Twitch, I usually stream weekdays around 9 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm trying to get this channel off the ground, so every subscription, every like, I really appreciate. And yeah, if you want to check out Retro's channel, it's Retro Monk on YouTube, DUS10 Retro Monk on Steam. So, but yeah, I'll catch you next time, and appreciate the view. Thanks a bunch.